Alright, it's the next part. Just back to back, 3 parts. 1 hour in. I'm actually enjoying this a lot. It's fun doing this as a, okay, I'm steadily going through this. And with Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, it's actually kind of easy to figure out the part breakup. So, another dream. Again? Am I dreaming again? I mean, I keep ending up in this wibbly void of color. I'd really like if there was something nicer here, like, you know, maybe a garden, or, say, like a CRT monitor I can fiddle with. Or just straight up some random bit of technology. Like, if you show me the internals of some random electronic gadget, I would just go over it and try and figure out what it's used for. And I'd have enjoyed that. But no, just wibbly void. Apparently my dreams are boring. This hits way too close to home. Just way too close. It's that Pokemon again. Huh? They're talking to me. I can't hear them clearly. What are they saying? It's shaking. An earthquake? Whoa, it's getting worse. For a dream, this feels strangely real, but... yeah. And then we fell out of bed. Damn it, I forgot all about this part. Well, hopefully Dugtrio never shows up again, because I really, really dislike trying to figure out a voice for Dugtrio. Hello? Hello, you are Morning, right? Leader of Rainforest Rescue Team? Oh, wait, you can't see us, of course. Sorry, how rude of us. We're pleased to meet you. We are Dugtrio. I had a slight moment of, dear God, what's going on? Because of course I am recording this using OBS, and my OBS setup is also for streaming. And I was worried I was streaming this for a second. That's a minor heart attack. Last night during the earthquake, our child, Diglett, was attacked. He was whisked away to the peak of a tall mountain. We couldn't possibly climb somewhere so high up. That is why we must call upon you for help. Morning. Diglett was abducted by a Pokemon named Skarmory. It's a very vicious ruffian. Please do be careful. Please, we need your help. We must go. Well, at least they repaired my floor on their way out. That was so sudden. There wasn't any time to say no. It's too bad. I'd better go anyway. That or we can do some more rescue missions. Good morning, Morning. Huh? You were just asked to go on a rescue mission? Yes. Our voice was clear that time because I forgot. Our child, Diglett, was kidnapped. Yeah. He was taken to Mount Steel Summit. Please, we need your help. Bye-bye. Okay. Let's go. I am getting better at just on command doing the voice for Kippers. And oddly enough, the voice works for Kippers and Bulbasaur. Magna is kind of... Sorry. Magna's kind of iffy. I would like a better voice for them to match. but it also just works perfectly as, like, the hopeful partner, or who really just wants to do the best they can. So, to the Kangaskhan store, to just chuck all our useless junk. I mean, it's not really useless, but we don't need all of it. Yeah. I feel like I'm going to sneeze again. Yeah. Well, we got plenty of Poke in the bank. We need so much more. So, bulletin board. Yeah, we didn't get any new things, so we could accept these, and it's worth it, since by accepting those, we get some extra points, and the rewards might not be that bad. At this point, I just kind of take requests based on whether or not the area is difficult or not. Or if from what I just realized one of them was a request. Okay, oh, thank goodness it became 2 requests for rescue. Yeah, as I said, it doesn't always keep the same thing. So, there are 2 rescues. Before, the first 2 we could have taken for this area were a rescue and a delivery. So, there are 2 types of delivery quests. One is find and one is bring. If you want to know the difference, one's easier to accomplish. I mean, technically both are easy to accomplish, but it's a bit of a pain. Since bring, you have to bring the item they requested into the dungeon with you. Whereas find, you either have to find the item in the dungeon, or bring it in with you and just complete the dungeon. So, in comparison, one is easier to accomplish than the other. And I'm saying this because I only found out about it when I got both requests at once on stream. And the reason that was surprising is because while streaming, I only ever got the bring requests. Whereas on my personal file, which I have as an actual, like, cartridge, yeah, for that, I've only gotten the find requests. Ooh, we gotta execute here. That's a rare Pokemon for this area. Like, you won't really be able to find them every single time you come to Tiny Woods. But I'd say this, if you were to find them, oh, how worth it is. Because the rarer Pokemon is to find for an area, the more experience they just give you. And yeah, I could have exited right there, but since it's Tiny Woods and it's such a short dungeon and doesn't really give you much experience, even if you use moves, I mean, you see it's 16 experience, that would be like 8 without using moves. It's just worth it to clear out normally. Extra experience, and well, why not? Plus, if you continue exploring, you can find more items, which is helpful. Thank you for rescuing me. Here's your reward, 10 rocks. And 5 rescue points. And then thank you for rescuing me. Here's your reward of rocks. Yay, we made 100 Poke from 2 individual requests. When the last time we did requests, it was just a done deal of, okay, here's 250 Poke. Oh, we got mail from Pelipper. This would be the other reason why I want to do requests before taking on Doug Trio's request and continuing the story. You can get mail, which is jobs, and the little helper thing. So I'm going to accept that, head to the Pelipper post office, see if anything there is new. And of course, sell the gravel rocks. And yeah, going through Tiny Woods is not profitable. Like, Tiny Woods, you can't find gravel rocks, or at least not often. And it's so short, you don't get a ton of experience or really anything of bonus. Or I guess of note, I should say. Okay, Persian, here's your money. And yeah, this is also helping to store up for something big later. And of course, we get a personal job for Tiny Woods, and then 3 jobs for Thunderwave Cave. So we can get Thunderwave Cave done, or we can go to Tiny Woods. Since it's just 1 job for Tiny Woods, and I know the game would obviously troll me by, oh hey, you just completed a Tiny Woods job. A single Tiny Woods job. Here's a single one more. At least Tiny Woods, oddly enough, gives you a ton of Poke. Again, for early on. But it's still nice. That basically handles, like, payment for a couple of jobs. I like to look on the bright side of this. I'm not being cheated out of work in case, like, it's just, oh hey, here's some gravel rocks for rescuing me from this dungeon that I should have easily been able to get out of. Or, hey, you don't get any Poke as payment. Instead, here's a bunch of items. And for some items, it's fine. Like, gummies are awesome. And they're like apples. They fill you up, not as much though. But they also raise your Pokemon's IQ. And that's based on whether they like the gummy or not. So for Mudkip, it's just water, but for Marshtomp, it is water and ground. So there are 2 gummies that it likes. Therefore, twice as much of an ability to get something out of it. And raising your Pokemon's IQ means that for AI, they'll be smarter. For the player, I have no clue. But yeah, just clear out the dungeon, fight whatever you see. And we got 2 executes, so that's a good 90 experience. We got ourselves a Max Elixir and Gravel Rocks, as well as a Cherry Berry. That was a good reward. So yeah, those special ones from the mail, those are worth a lot. No, do not say my adventure. So yeah, this is kind of the arbitrary pseudo grind, pseudo just do whatever. And I'm not going to voice act every single moment of the game, because that would hurt. Especially if you watched the first half of the stream. See what I mean? I complete a Tiny Woods job, and then another one shows up. Okay, we're at 30 points. Right now we have 20 points worth of jobs. If we could just get 1 more job for Thunderwave Cave, we could get to bronze immediately. And getting to bronze is awesome, since that gives you access to up to C rank jobs if you progress in the story. Like, the way you get better jobs is not just through being a higher rank for your rescue team, but for getting through the story. But you need a bit of both. If you don't advance far enough in the story, you get stuck with the low-level areas, and those inherently aren't going to give you much in the way of jobs. Whereas, just progressing to where I got to in the stream, you can get some good jobs. Oh yeah, and there's the Deliver 1 Pecha Berry. So yeah, delivery jobs. They are the bane of my existence because if you forget to bring the item with you, you have to find it in the dungeon. And because it's in tiny woods, yeah, pecha berries are common. But at the same time, if you don't find them, well, you just don't get to complete the job. And it's the worst feeling for me if I don't complete it. Oh, and I do want to show one thing. So, this is to the friend area. Currently, I have 2 areas to go to. I have Peanut Swamp and Overgrown Forest. These are the areas for our first 2 Pokemon. So, in this case, Peanut Swamp is for Mudkip. This is where Mudkip lives. Also, I'll tell you this, the reason why you store up money is to afford new areas for Pokemon to live. Peanut Swamp is 2,500 Poke. And I'm not sure about Overgrown Forest. Because, the place you go to buy the areas, or I guess buy access to the areas, doesn't show up until after the Diglett mission. And, yeah. You don't get every area unlocked right away, and I'm pretty sure the way you unlock new areas is either by progressing in the story or by doing special requests. Not like special requests of, okay, so this Pokemon lives in that area, and we rescued them, so now I've unlocked that area because that Pokemon is very happy about it. No, that's not it at all. It's more, hey, do this kind of difficult quest, or maybe it's difficult, maybe it's easy, it really depends. It could be difficult because of the area, or it could be easy because of the area, but difficult because of other reasons. There are escort missions. But anyway, it's just some areas you'll only get as a reward for completing certain requests. And that can be good, that can be bad, and yeah, there's the Pecha Berry. Well, we aren't losing one. So, happily accepted the item. Nal has left the dungeon. No, because this is the final floor, I'm just going to explore so that we can find some Execute and kick their asses. Do eggs even have an ass? It's one of life's great mysteries. Is the bottom of the egg considered the bum, or would it even have a bum? And this is the great moral quandary. Trying to fill the air is odd. But we got ourselves a Reviver Seed. It's always nice to stock on those, and yeah, tons of stuff. So Max Elixir, Gravel Rocks, that pays pretty well. Got ourselves a Max Elixir and 5 rescue points, so that was the bulletin board. Yeah, mailbox jobs, the rewards are definitely worth it. The bulletin board is less worth it, but you can stock up on bulletin board jobs. No, do not save the adventure. To make things go a bit better and to reduce awkward moments where I'd have to cut, I'm just going to choose no to save until, like, it's the end of the part. That seems about right, in my opinion, actually. Pelipper has delivered a new job. More Tiny Woods jobs. Find Execute. Well, currently we are at 40 points. We need to sell our Gravel Rocks. Oh yeah, and if you're wondering about that sell all option, that will sell every item you hold. Except for maybe what your team is personally holding. So, it's just a good idea to store whatever you really want to keep at all times. So, we're at Felicity Bank. Time to store our paltry 132 poke. Well, no bulletin board job, so we can either go into Tiny Woods or we get all those other jobs done. Because it's short, Tiny Woods. That's how I rationalize this. Tiny Woods is just great for stocking up on healing items, especially when later Oran Berries actually become kind of rare, oddly enough. Like, that's for every item. And I say that because... Okay, so Tiny Woods is your standard beginner area. Oran Berries are, if my memory isn't bad, the only healing items in the game. So stocking up on them is imperative. Okay, Kippers. Yes. Even while surrounded, we're awesome. Oh, and don't worry if your partner steps on the stairs down. That does nothing. The leader of the group has to be the one to step on the stairs down. And yes, that was a ground-type move that hit a flying-type Pokemon. The laws of standard base Pokemon are played very loose in Mystery Dungeon. Like, for instance, ground-type moves will, if I'm correct, only ever miss a Pokemon if they have Levitate. Okay, talking to Execute to get them out of here. We could immediately leave, but there are items we could gather. So, no, yes. Oh yeah, and if you're wondering how I'm speeding up the game, that is not through the emulator I'm playing this on. That is instead through the wondrous art of brilliant game design. Yes. This is part of the natural game. By holding B, you just rocket across and have the game just speed up. It's not a proper, like, emulator speed up button where, okay, it's just speeding up the emulation of the game, but it does do work. Like, it's really nice that that is in there. So we got some gravel rocks, Reviver Seed, and a Max Elixir, as well as 5 points. So we're getting there slowly. We're making a name for ourselves. We're 5 points away from the next rank as well. And the reason I'm doing this, and not getting the Thunderwave Cave jobs done immediately, is because I just want to store up those so I could get a bunch done in one go. Because that's the best way of handling requests. Just do them all in one go. Okay, accept that. Check the post office. If there's nothing there, then I do the Thunderwave Cave jobs. Let's check their supply. So, the difference between a Big Apple and an apple. Apple restores half your hunger of 50, so half your max. And Big Apples restore full hunger. If you eat any item in this game, like specifically eat, then it counts towards your hunger being satiated. So you can, in a pinch, eat Oran Berries or any type of berry to restore hunger. And the reason we want hunger to be... Well, the reason you want to worry about hunger is because if you're hungry, every step you take deals 1 damage to you. Okay, we got 2 Tiny Woods jobs. Okay, I know I said we'd go into Thunderwave Cave, but there was something there, and it was Tiny Tiny Woods. And trust me on this. This may seem boring, but this is what you have to do to stock up on money. And I want to stock up on money and items. The more valuable the item, the better. Not as like a to sell later, but as a, okay, now I just have like tons of revival items just stored up so that then I don't have to worry later. Plus, this is leveling us up for an area that's going to be easier than it was on stream, but also difficult because of the boss. Yep, we have a boss. So, not every dungeon has a boss. Some will, some won't. It really depends on what you have to go through. Well, Kipper's learned Water Gun. Sadly, it's not a straight line move, so yeah, it's basically Mud Slap, but water. With better accuracy. Because, by Arceus's name, is it horrendous to hit with Mud Slap. And I think, like, standard game, standard Pokemon, Mud Slap has, what, an accuracy of 95? Yeah, accuracies make no sense here. Because you can have 100 accuracy and have essentially 1 in 256 Gen 1 glitch. It is not fun when you're low on health and you really just need to defeat the Pokemon. Okay, get mining out of here. And that is the job done. So now we can leave. Or, as I keep saying, just explore a bit more so that we can get some valuable items. To spend a bit of time as the tutorial, because I just breezed past it, you can hold B to speed up, which I've already gone over. You can press A to do a standard attack, which doesn't use any move points. You can press Y to adjust your position without moving, so I can choose where I want to target and also wig out. You can press X or just pressing B once opens the menu, where you can select your moves, items, team, so you can go into team, check IQ. This is where you set up AI stuff. So with this, I can say, yeah, switch to exclusive move user or switch on exclusive move user, which if your teammate is using a move that you really don't want them to use because it's a low use move, like say Fissure or Hyper Beam, or just in general, a move you want them to save, you can select that move for them, and without exclusive move user on, they will still use it, but with exclusive move user on, they will use it. You unlock more of the IQ options by feeding your Pokemon gummies and raising their IQ. So literally, we are dumb and we don't understand any tactics other than simple ones. And I think I remember what player IQ does, and I think that's for tactics. So tactics are how Pokemon act when they're not you. So Kipper's has been follow me. They'll just follow behind you and assist when they are able to attack. Otherwise, you can set them to attack Pokemon, so as soon as they see an enemy, they will run for them. Or to avoid first hit. Those are our starting options. And avoid first hit is just, they try and avoid taking the first hit, but they will attack if provoked. Well, we got 100 Poke, and we got 5 points. So we went to Bronze rank. our reward of 200 Poke and 5 rescue points. So we made 300. That's perfect. Also, whatever rank you are has no bearing on the story. It actually has no purpose besides giving you more job options and changing that little egg. So, I'm going to save and call it a part. So, save. That is a part. And goodbye.